We're joined now by Mike Davis, former law clerk to Justice Gorsuch. And I go back to that moment where I was speaking to the coach earlier this morning when he said that. And I thought, gee, would he do it all over again? And he said, well, you know, it's something to think about because it was 7 years of a lot. And a lot of losses he encountered on the way to this moment, Mike. But certainly a huge victory for those who want to exercise their free speech rights to pray in public. And I just wonder if you can tell us what you think this means now for prayer in particular in public schools.
So this coach is an American patriot and hero for going through this process and vindicating religious liberties, religious rights, free speech rights for all Americans. This is so important what this coach did, because what the Supreme Court held, what Justice Gorsuch held in that 6-3 opinion today, is the government cannot use the Establishment Clause as a phony excuse to stifle people's free exercise and free speech rights. Just because he's a high school football coach doesn't mean he doesn't have free exercise rights and free speech rights under the First Amendment. Because
he wanted to pray on the field after the games, and he made it very clear that nobody had to join him, although many did choose to join him, as we have seen in so many of these photographs. We will continue to watch the coach. He told me that he's willing to get back on the field after this decision. We'll see if they'll have him back. As we watch that, we also have continued reaction to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. We spoke to you in the wake of that decision last week, and you said that there was growing concern about these accusations that the justices, including Neil Gorsuch, your former boss, and Brett Kavanaugh, lied to members of Congress during their confirmation process. The opinion section and the editorial board at the Wall Street Journal took that on, Mike, today in the paper, saying the justices didn't lie to the Senate. The claims of deceit are especially unfortunate because they suggest that the court is no different from the political branches. This is damaging to the court's credibility, whether the majority leans to the left or the right. The fury of the left's reaction isn't merely about guns and abortion. It reflects their grief at having lost the court as the vehicle for achieving policy goals that can't get through legislatures. What is your thought today, as there are still accusations that some of these justices lied to members of the Senate during their confirmation process?
So these liberal politicians, whether it's Chuck Schumer in 2020 going to the Supreme Court and threatening Justice Gorsuch and Kavanaugh by name if they didn't rule his way on an abortion case, or liberal Republican Susan Collins of Maine falsely accusing them of essentially lying and vote trading, I think these politicians in Washington, D.C. need to cool it. They need to cool their rhetoric. I led Justice Gorsuch's outside effort as his former law clerk for his confirmation. I was the staff leader in the Senate for Justice Kavanaugh's confirmation. I worked on the Chief Justice and Justice Alito's confirmation in the Bush 43 White House, and I worked on Justice Barrett's confirmation through the Article 3 project, a group that I run. They follow the judicial canons, and when they talk about precedent, their job is to follow precedent, and that includes evaluating precedent under the law of precedent to determine whether the precedent is still good. And for Susan Collins to say that these two Supreme Court justices lied to her, it just shows that she did not do her homework, and she has a fundamental misunderstanding of the law of precedent. And think about it this way: if you were a party before the Supreme Court, how would you feel if you got there, if you were this coach and you got there and you found out that the law didn't matter, the facts didn't matter, because Supreme Court justices traded your votes, traded their vote on your case for a senator's confirmation vote in a backroom deal years prior? We're not a third world banana republic. So Susan Collins needs to cool her rhetoric.
I'll get your reaction to this now. This is Elizabeth Warren on a Sunday show over the weekend. Listen.
This court has lost legitimacy. They have burned whatever legitimacy they may still have had. I believe we need to get some confidence back in our court, and that means we need more justices on the United States Supreme Court.
Your reaction to that and her saying the court has lost legitimacy?
So for 90 years, the liberals controlled the Supreme Court. There's finally a constitutionalist majority on the Supreme Court, thanks to President Donald Trump and Senate Republicans, and Democrats just don't like it. They're not going to accept it.
Mike Davis joining on All Things Supreme Court. I appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you.